Hey everyone, before we get into today's video, I just want to make you all aware that today's review for Lies of P has a lot of spoilers in it. So if you have not played the game or if you are in the very middle of playing the game, please keep in mind and watch this review at your own risk. To lie is to deceive. To be truthful is to live in a world we see, even if it hurts. Lies of P creates a world where to lie is to be human. In this Souls-like RPG, Lies of P delivers an undeniable atmosphere, compelling boss battles, a unique weapons crafting system, and thought-out narrative where the player's choices dictate how the game will end and how human Pinocchio will become. What's going on, you guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome to my review of Lies of P. I was so nervous, to say the least, about how this game would unfold. A Souls-like is a lot to live up to, and when given that association, it will have gamers comparing, critiquing, and nitpicking to a point of no return. Lies of P takes what we know about Souls games and delivers it in a way that balances what we love about Souls games, the bonfires, the bosses, and the weapons, difficulty, etc. This game wasn't copying Souls games, but adding to the genre in a way that was fresh and innovative. Gamers who want to have a Souls-like that delivers on quality, reliably intricate bosses, and an as close to Dark Souls experience get that with Lies of P. It creates that dynamic in a fresh way that puts the player's experience first. The map style in the beginning of the game creates a similar vibe to the likes of Dark Souls Remastered, where everything is linked nicely and organically together. And much like Dark Souls games, the NPCs have a limited but narratively intense dialogue that make up about 80% of the game and what the story is. Okay, so let's dive into the mechanics of Lies of P. The mechanics create a balance for the player that is both difficult and manageable. The game is a Souls-like with training wheels for those who want to get into Souls games and Souls-likes, but also want to have the guidance as well. The biggest reason why I say this game is a Souls-like with training wheels is because when you're given the opportunity to fatally attack an enemy, you're given a red circle/indicator where you need to stand to make the attack. This is a really helpful and great tool for those who want the difficulty but also want a game that is a little less chaotic. The tool and weapons upgrading system in Lies of P is absolutely incredible. The variance and control I had over creating a weapon of my choice that fit my playstyle was nothing short of amazing. You can upgrade normal weapons to a +10 and great swords up to a +5. And even then you can customize them, you can mix and match the weapons blade and handles. There's so much to do in this game when it comes to your weapons. The dodging mechanic of this game has a bit of a learning curve, however. It's a tad finicky to work with the controls, and I feel like they're fighting against you consistently. What I found really interesting was that the dodge only works if no other action was taken before it, like a sword swing or utilizing the Legion. The dodge is also weird when maneuvering away from enemies in an angle or when making a quote-unquote strange, for lack of a better term, maneuvers during boss battles or any other battles for that matter. So let's get into the story of Lies of P, which personally is undeniably one of the most dynamic, edge-of-my-seat stories I've seen out of a Souls-like. Lies of P makes the logical connection that to lie is to be human. To lie is to grow. Braving the depths of humanity as a puppet created by the liar himself, Geppetto, raises questions in my mind as to why Pinocchio was even created in the first place. If we go by the original story of Pinocchio, the little wooden boy was made to serve as a warning against bad behavior and was met in the end with a fatal hanging. In this rendition of the story, we see Geppetto as the antagonist who lies to Pinocchio to get him to kill everyone that got in his way. At least that's how I viewed the ending that I got. There are two other endings that the player can achieve, unlocking the story further. The psychology of this game is shown early on when P meets up with Geppetto for the first time. He already presented a questionable aura and lets the player know that he's neither good nor bad until the very end of the game. This is where his true intentions are shown, manipulating P to become a human to carry out his own selfish needs. Okay, I need to cover the bosses because the bosses are absolutely incredible in this game. They are so amazing and they are so, I wouldn't say difficult, but they are the shining moment. The bosses in this game are nothing short of amazing. They bring this game to life in a way that makes Lies of P balanced and nurtured with the soul of a game that knows what it wants and how it wants to be delivered to the player. Lies of P bosses are rich and vibrant, and they add to the story in some ways that Dark Souls bosses don't even bring to the table. Their difficulty ranges from easy to gimmicky to annoying to a manageable challenge. The only boss that was just difficult for difficult's sake was the Black Rabbit Brotherhood Part 2. I swear that boss was so incredibly annoying and had too much in it that it lost its balance. It lost its sense of self. First phase was a nightmare to deal with. The second phase was so much easier and had a sense of self. It had that balance and quickness that the player needs to prepare for to feel like they will have a grip on it. Seeing how to fight different enemies with amulets or specialized weapons make for an unforgettable experience that truly make each fight different from the other. This game was absolutely incredible. It was diverse in the gameplay and showcased that it was truly one of the most approachable Souls-like games out there. From the items, consumables, weapons, bosses, the whole experience of Lies of P was really a joy to go through. The game utilized the story of Pinocchio in a way that held true to the story and respected it. To Alidoro, to Giangio, Lies of P created this sense of wonder within my brain, and it took the classic story from Carlo Collodi that is originally dark and took that darkness and morbidity and brought it back to life, cutting the strings of a Geppetto that showed the greed of his humanity. But you guys, that was my review of Lies of P. I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you guys are starting to play Lies of P, or if you've already played it, let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear what your favorite boss is. I would love to hear what your favorite part of the game was. And if someone by chance is watching this from NeoWiz, 안녕하세요 여러분, 에리입니다. 저희 모두가 이 게임은 아트를 만들었어. This game really is a piece of art. It's something to be cherished. It's something that I will never forget. It's probably one of the best games I played this year. Also, forgive my pronunciation. I know it's a little bit rough around the edges. I'm just getting back into studying Korean, so. But with that being said, if you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below. I make videos every day here on YouTube. May you find your worth in the waking world, your hunter. Stay casually nerdy, and I will see you all in the next video. Umbasa.
Welcome to my sanctum of riddles. And how about you? Is this the real you? Or are you still practicing the liar's art as only you can? You must answer. The question is simple, but I repeat, you must answer. And that answer will show what or who you are.